Thank you for watching the Full Disclosure podcast. This is episode 3. Here we don't claim to know everything. We just know what we know, and we speak our truth. Period. We are your favorite hosts. I am Alex. That is Alexandria with 2 X's _ on Instagram. Alexandria Sarah on Facebook.
I am Miami Key. That's Miami like the city _ KI. And shout out to the Miami Heat. We going to game 6, baby.
Okay. And I am Amber. You can find me on Instagram at The Real Amber Show. That's no dots, no underscores, no anything. Just straight spelled out, The Real Amber Show. So we're going to go ahead and get into our black business this week. Every week we thrive on featuring a black-owned business. If you would like to have a feature on one of our episodes, you can email us at fulldisclosurepod@gmail.com, or you can write us on our Instagram page at Full Disclosure Podcast. Alright, so this week we have P3 Customs. It's owned by Quan. He specializes in customizing shoes like Air Force Ones. You know, everybody been on the Air Force Ones kick right now. But also he customizes other things like distressed denim and makes t-shirts with catchy, funny, or inspirational quotes. You can find him on Instagram at p3.customs, or you can find him on YouTube at P3 Customs, and the website you can find him at is p3customs.bigcartel.com. You can also find him on Etsy at P3 Customs by P3. All right. Start with check this out, which is our segment. Basically something that we want you to take a look at. It's either we're going to tell you that week or the week before. So this week we're getting into the documentary
that we told you guys to watch last week.
Murder, what is it called?
American Murder, The Family Next Door. It is located on Netflix. If you have not watched it yet and you may be intrigued on what it is that we're about to talk about. Now, we didn't really deep dive last week. We kind of just gave you a brief synopsis of what the hell was going on. So, Alex, did you
Right, yes, I finally watched it. I watched it yesterday with her house.
Of course you
did. That shit was crazy. That when I say that man had no time to do anything, the neighbors were like, he ain't acting funny. He was the part where he fucked up at was when the neighbor was like, oh, I got cameras. Y'all want to check my cameras? He shitted himself when he said that.
Right.
And then he was like, oh, well, I had to pull up to the garage. And then the neighbor was like, you never do that.
Yeah.
You never park up.
Well, that was what I was saying last week about you never know who the fuck is watching you. People pay more attention to you than what you think. That's why I stay at home and away from people.
Yeah, he does.
That way you can't really track my motherfucking patterns. He was too predictable.
Yeah. Because he don't talk to nobody. He's talking a lot. He's fidgety. Like,
he was moving too much. And he didn't even seem sad.
He was not remorseful at all.
He's like, well, if somebody have them, can you just bring them home? Like,
he like, I mean,
like you didn't even make it convincible that like, oh my gosh, they're possibly missing. If you have them, like, I just want them to come home. Like,
he fucking fumbled. First of all, the interrogator lady had me fucking rolling.
Oh, she was funny.
Yeah.
She was funny without trying to be funny. She was like, right now, only one of us knows the truth, but at the end of this, 2 of us are gonna know.
No, what got me is when she was like, so I feel like you're really ready to tell me what happened. Like, no, he's not. Like,
but you know what's crazy? If he wouldn't have said anything, he would have probably got away with it because there was no witnesses, no evidence.
His house was too clean. They couldn't find anything. They didn't know where to even begin to look at for the bodies.
Yeah.
The bodies, and then like his worksite was in the middle of nowhere.
Had they checked the truck and stuff yet though? Because I don't remember that part in the documentary.
They never said if they checked the truck or not. Because then again, remember, it's a family truck. Like, they all live there. It's not like it's gonna be blood or anything. Like, the only thing it would be like hair follicles and shit. And it's like, okay, that's our family truck. Of course they're going to be in there.
They would have always brought him in.
But that's just like,
he would have cracked.
But that's just like Casey Anthony. They found shit in the fucking trunk and she still didn't go down for that shit.
Yeah.
That's because she's a white woman in America, bro.
But
he's white
a
too.
white man.
Like that's what I'm saying. She said
He
like,
only went down because he told him.
right. That's what she was saying. He would have got away with it. Like he would.
I don't know if he would have got away with it too long because I think the best friend would have gave him a. She would have pressed. Because the best friend really pressed. She pressed on it hard.
But still pressed without proof.
Yeah.
Like, and then the neighbor would have still gave him up.
Again, still mean nothing if I can't see anything.
Yeah.
It didn't show anything. It just showed he pulled his truck up and that's it.
Right.
I don't know. Just
the neighbors, they just caused a lot more questions to be raised. Like they more so were.
The number one question is why that motherfucker wasn't crying when they came to the door.
Okay, like when you found her phone, you should have been like, oh my gosh, it's her phone. Oh my gosh, it's her ring.
Right.
What? She left her pills in her purse? Like,
bitch,
he didn't have no emotion.
He was going to jail. He would have did it like that.
But I'm like, he didn't put no emotion. He was just real, like, oh, here's her phone.
He was like, yeah, I mean, her phone's right here.
Oh, all the text messages are coming up now.
Like, oh, she left her ring. Like, he just was like, so calm. But I mean, all in all, it was really, really a good documentary. Like, I like how everything was really based off of real footage. It wasn't nobody coming on talking like, yeah, I met her when we was in elementary school, da-da-da-da. It was none of that.
Right.
Like, it was strictly off of the body cam.
Right.
Her live Facebook videos. The actual
Which is why I understand how he said, oh, he doesn't like how he was depicted. My nigga, it was just video footage of you.
Okay, nobody assassinated your character at all.
Nobody commentated nothing. Yeah, it was all you. We all watched your psycho killer ass. They said bitches been writing him in jail. Like crazy.
That
there's some crazy bitches in the world.
Conspiracy theories saying that he's innocent. How's he innocent when he said he did it?
Okay, confess. But then what irritated me, he's tried to say that the wife killed the kids. Sir.
What is the biggest gag of all of this?
The woman detective said, I know. She knew that was bullshit. They all did.
Like, so
the gag is he did all of this because he got a new bitch.
Right.
This all came because he got a new bitch.
Like, just get a fucking divorce.
Right.
If you don't
or cheat like all the other niggas. You been cheating.
Or don't be in the kid's life. Like, you don't, like, I get it, but you killing them is taking it overboard. Like, if you don't want to be a dad, just don't be in their life at all. You ain't got to take them out. Like,
I don't think he did.
I think he killed the kids to eliminate the connection. Period. You know what I'm saying?
That's why you don't talk to people you meet off of Facebook.
I ain't gonna say that.
Nah.
They were together for 8 years before that nigga snapped.
Facebook is full of creeps. That's why you don't talk to people.
He could have been a creep and she could have met that nigga at the grocery store. He only did all of this because he got a new bitch. It wasn't.
He lost weight and got a new bitch.
Yeah.
Let's put that in there.
It has nothing to do with Facebook. For real, for real.
Girl, Facebook be full of nothing but creeps.
Yeah, he been sitting doing his push-ups. She's like, all he's doing right now is doing push-ups. I need sex. Like, okay, like.
And first of all, let me tell you, sis, something. God rest your soul. As soon as bitch, if y'all would have been texting me that, y'all know what I would have said. Cheat on that nigga.
Of course.
Because get him to notice you or something. I ain't gonna really even say cheat on him because you know I'm advocating that. I'm advocating breaking up before you cheat. Just break up with me, goddammit.
Yeah.
But if it got to that point where like, oh, he's not even complimenting me or whatever, he's clearly fucking somebody else. And if he's not gonna admit it, and you know you got some dick on hoe, bitch, you better go get some.
It's the fact that you were gone for 5 weeks and then you come home and he's not trying to have sex. That right there would have had me like, but that is what made her red flags go up. She was just hoping that wasn't the case.
Well, I mean, it ain't really much else that I feel like I have to say about it. Besides, it just was wicked how we document everything now. Like, and how in most cases or just even future cases, I could just see them continuously just going through socials and trying to connect the dots and all of those. That's why I put like how I really be feeling online. If I put something like very general, most times it's not about me. No matter how funny y'all think it is, like y'all can ask them. Like most of the shit I post don't be having shit to do with me at all.
We just do lives and have fun.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I don't really say about my personal life besides the stupid ass dog I got, but
Bro,
Man, it was
his
sad.
ass would be at the pound.
It was sad how he did the little girls. Like, when y'all, before I actually watched
I seen a
it.
comment that somebody said that, you see how they had the daughter singing or whatever? They said that they should make him listen to that every fucking day till he goes insane while he's in prison.
Well,
His
he
daughter
already
singing.
had the. I mean, cause his
Daddy, no. He
Right.
already got that.
He already got that in his head. Yeah,
That was so sad.
like asking if he was gonna do her like he did her sister. Like
yeah,
that's
he said,
crazy.
what's wrong with
Clearly that didn't fucking faze him because that nigga went to the house and kept a G-face.
Well, I mean, he said that it did.
Like, he
I don't know.
also said
I mean-
that she killed the kids.
I'm pretty sure
I
Hansel,
think-
he got
You know, his adrenaline was probably still. His
right because
adrenaline
it literally
probably
was
still
what a
really
couple
high.
of hours.
Yeah,
Like,
because once he told his dad like what happened, he started.
Well,
to break
that was
down.
probably a couple of weeks.
No, it wasn't weeks. It was
no,
days.
no, it was only days.
He got caught within.
He
days.
got caught within days. Like
Well,
right when that shit happened. Like
After here's where they should have known some shit was wrong. I feel like they would have pointed the finger at him had the neighbors and friends not said nothing, because they said that right after it happened, right after they go missing, he contacted a realtor for the house.
Yeah.
What else?
Called
did he
the
do?
schools,
Yeah, called the school,
unenrolled the
unenrolled
kids.
them for the like period. Like that's weird.
Yeah, it definitely is.
once again, fuck that nigga. He should burn. And my like,
Yeah, he should have just. And she was pregnant. He should have just left her.
yeah, like all the other men.
Yeah, he should have just broke up.
But
with her.
you know what? That's some real psychotic, like, on the subliminal tip of if I can't have you, ain't nobody else gonna have you. Ain't nobody gonna have none of y'all.
Oh, mention subliminal. Did you see where people was talking about when he was showing his neighbor was showing the footage of him like putting them in the car? Well, you can't see that part, but like in between, like you could see like a ultrasound on the TV screen, and then there was like a skull, like a skull, and I'm like, oh, that's crazy. They was like, well, maybe that's her trying to, reach out and say that he did it. But I'm like, it is kind of weird that coincidentally both of those things popped up.
Yeah.
Like while he was trying to show
See
that.
that.
Yeah.
That is-
You gotta look back because it's. I'm like, wait a minute.
But you probably did. But she watched it twice. You probably
I didn't watch it
first time.
twice. I
didn't notice the first time. No, I didn't notice the first time.
I will have to watch it twice.
Yeah, I didn't notice the first time, but I seen that. I said, damn, that's crazy, because I mean, it's a possibility. Definitely is.
But we really indulged in this one. So the homework for next week is the new movie on Netflix. You said it's on Netflix, right?
Yeah. Wait, is it on Netflix?
No, it's on HBO Max. Amber got Netflix written down. It's not Netflix. On HBO Max. Or if you have a Fire Stick, I'm not telling you to go to any illegal apps, but y'all know what I'm talking about. Watch Charm City Kings. It's that movie that Meek Mill's in. I have no idea what the fuck it's about, but
It's about dirt bikes. That's what they are.
Dirt bikes.
In the hood.
Okay, so Dirt Bikes in the Hood, Charm City Kings. We're watching that and we're going to talk about it next week. Just our takeaways, just something to go and look at, and boom.
Tune in for discussion.
Yeah, and if you do want to tune in with us for this discussion, you can always comment on our page, one of our pages on Instagram or
Or
Facebook.
call.
Oh, and
Or call and just tell us what you thought
if you
about
guys
the
run into
documentary.
anything that may be remotely interesting, documentary, any type of music, this segment is for all things. Just something to go and check out. Go ahead and hit us up and let us know what we should go and take a look at, and we'll talk about it on the show if we think we're interested enough, I guess.
Right, you gotta keep my attention.
Yeah.
The TV be watching me at this point. I be using it for background noise.
All the fucking time.
My background.
Loud as fuck. Only Amber has background noise on fucking 75.
Listen, I have my surround sound on 75 now. I be like,
My background
it don't
noise.
faze me.
I be having my TV on 15. I'm like, God damn, this is so loud.
I'll be on about 20, 25.
When we was on FaceTime, Alex was like, whose TV is that? Like,
No, she thought it was some random kid. She's like, whose kid is that? But so in the news, it was a slow ass news week, y'all. We fucking pulled from the fucking bottoms. God, it was so boring because there's a couple things that were out that we are not talking about any further until we get some conclusiveness to that shit. But one thing that popped up was Cardi B had a birthday. Happy birthday, bitch!
Happy birthday to motherfucking Cardi.
Okay, happy birthday to my. Well, we ain't. Cause she a Libra and I'm a Scorpio, but both our birthdays are in October. So happy birthday, bitch.
Her soon-to-be ex-husband Offset bought her a billboard on Sunset Boulevard in LA from Culture. And I thought that was so cute.
It was cute.
Cute is for puppies.
It was still cute.
Cute is for puppies.
It was a billboard. The billboard was cute.
The billboard was cute. The billboard, it was cute. But like, I don't think that she should, based off of that, girl, still move forward with what you're doing.
Yeah, cause she was saying, she had said something like,
she did say something about it.
He's not a bad person.
She said he's not a bad man, he's just a dumbass.
Yeah, like, and then he talked about he miss her.
I bet he do.
He said he missed Mrs. Wop.
Yeah, you always miss the person you did dirty, huh?
Cardi can get another Offset, but Offset can't get another Cardi.
At all. That's smoke. That's dead. Factual. I don't see Cardi moving on to like a regular nigga. Like that nigga gonna play soccer, or it's gonna be some Spanish nigga that just is worth some millions.
Yeah, I don't see her being with another rapper.
Oh, I just don't. Or even an athlete. I don't see that. I see her because
if anything, she might get back with Tommy.
Hell no.
I feel like she would.
Why would she do that? First of all, Tommy's in jail for trying to run over somebody or some shit.
I don't think he's in jail anymore.
From that last incident when he had a shootout on the block. Literally, it was a shootout on the block.
No, I think he.
So Tommy was dating 6ix9ine's first baby's moms.
He went back to jail.
Yeah, it was a video.
6ix9ine had more than one kid. I never even knew.
Yes,
I don't get tabs on this.
Okay, so 6ix9ine's first baby mama, I think her name is Sarah.
Yeah.
Started dating Tommy immediately after he got out of jail. They were like a thing. Yeah, it was basically.
Dang, he went right.
So something happened where he was on a shootout on the block. He pulled up. It was like video footage. He pulled up on somebody and got to shooting with them. That kid was with him and all types of shit. So I think that nigga's stuck in jail.
I didn't know that.
This was video footage, so this ain't much alleged to it. It was him. We seen his face. He had a gun.
Maybe if he would have did that, he probably would have had a chance.
Not a fucking chance in hell.
But Cardi's ghetto ass, she probably would have.
No, this bitch is at the Met Gala. She's the new face of Balenciaga. She
but what that mean? Her ass was at a point in time was still in the hood.
She ain't like she are.
She's still fucking with all her same people. Fucking with. I think
her friends, not her man.
But when Tommy got out,
it was grass for his ass because she was well offset by the time he got out.
Yeah,
they were married like 2 years at that point. Culture was born by the time Tommy got out.
But I feel like she mentioned him or something. But she said there was no beef or something like that. Because I think people were speculating that.
I'm out your league, and that's what that was. She is out of his league. So she's so far out of his league that he couldn't even fucking breathe in her fucking direction.
Yeah, but Cardi's the type of person where she stick to what she comfortable with. She stick to what she knows. So.
And that bitch gonna stick to a coin. If I know anything about her,
I mean, it's not like it's gonna stop her back.
Yeah.
Yes, it would. That's the same fucking problem Nicki is running into. Her stupid ass man.
I mean, if he wouldn't have got into the recent shootout, then exit that out. Then maybe
it's not even.
It's something about being with someone that you can't really mix and mingle in the rooms that you need to be in. He is not fitting for her and where she's going with her career.
But Offset wasn't either.
I think it would be very important for her.
But Offset wasn't either. If it wasn't for him,
Offset was already established.
But I'm saying, if it wasn't for him being in Amigos, his ass don't be looking right in them rooms either. His hood ass, he don't belong in them damn places, and he be there, and it works.
Because he's in the industry. He's not just some random nigga off the street. Tommy's a random nigga off the street. Literally.
That she have history with.
Not none of them fucking people that she need their money.
History with him though.
It don't matter. You can have history with a lot of motherfucking people. That don't mean you gotta take them into your future.
Chicks run back to a lot of things, so.
Right.
I just don't see it. I just don't see it. He
I mean, nah, he in jail, and I mean, not because he did what he just recently did, and he in jail. Hell nah. Maybe if that wouldn't have happened, I could have seen her.
And I definitely don't see her fucking behind Shorty. Hell no. It would just be, no. That would have never worked. Because once he fucked with her, that was dead. She got a whole case against Shorty's bitch. That would just been too close for comfort, and you used to fuck with the baby. Yeah, nah, it's dead for him. Slow. It's slow. It would have been slow for him whether Offset was in the picture or not.
I don't know.
So, what else happened this week?
Jeannie Mai from The Real. They were having a conversation about being submissive, and she said that in this marriage with Jeezy, she wants to go into it being submissive because she wasn't in her previous marriage. So, what do you guys think about that? About being submissive to your man?
I mean, as long as
that is the goal.
All right, as long as it's the right guy, like you have to be able to lead me, and I have to show that you. I mean, I have to see that. Like, because otherwise, yeah, of course I'm going to be like, hold on, wait a minute, I'm going to do my own thing.
Yeah, as long as we ain't the blind leading the blind, we're good. As long as you're a strong leader and I can follow you.
And that is key. It be a lot of blind niggas trying to lead you.
Yeah.
Like, you're like,
now, why would I do that? That don't make any sense.
Yeah.
Like,
so you want us to not have any money and go get a house? No.
Right.
Like,
Right, so let me get this straight.
And I think, you know, online, it was a lot of guys like, yeah, from that little small clip that I seen, that 1 minute clip, I 100% agree with every single thing that she says.
Right.
Because, especially, you know, like, for me, like, I own my own business, like, so I'm always in the lead for everything. Like, I want to come home and fucking let my hair down and just be like, okay, you know, what you want to eat? You know what I'm saying? Like, but you need to be holding it down. And I know Jeezy is holding it the fuck down.
Yeah.
So that's why she like, yeah, this time I want to, you know, just let him, whatever. And it doesn't have to be looked at as like you're less than.
Right, because that's not what it is. Because usually, because honestly, it's a partnership. You're supposed to submit to each other.
Really. Well, niggas think you're just supposed to submit to them.
Right, and that's not the case. Yeah, no, that's not the case.
It don't work like that.
Right, it goes both ways.
You really gotta earn that shit with me. Like, you definitely have to earn it.
Yeah. I think not even just. I think it's any woman. I think you have to earn the bat.
I'm gonna be submissive. Like, I'm gonna need to see what you working with. Like,
are you capable of leading? Do you make sound decisions as far as like? She was specifically talking about marriage, but I think it goes hand in hand with just even the start too. Like, you gotta pay attention how a nigga run his finances.
Yeah.
How he manages his time. How the fuck we gonna do this together if nigga you can't never keep $1 in your pocket? Like, what? I can't let you have control over. We can't put both of our money in the bank account together. Because I can't trust that you won't go and gamble it away or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. I'm kind of different. Like,
you're submissive off the bat.
Yeah, I submit to you. You gotta give me a reason not to. Like, if we're a partnership, like if you're leading, I'll follow you. But if while I'm following you, I'm feeling like, okay, now are you blind? Then, you know, I'll retract myself. But yeah, I'll submit to you off bat. You just gotta give me a reason not to.
Nah, I'm with Amber. That shit's gotta be earned. I gotta see how that nigga move.
Yeah, because then it's like
it's a lot.
But you act like you can't. But you act like you can't see it on the way. Like,
I mean, you said submit off bat. Like,
yeah. Well, I mean, I'm gonna submit to you off bat. You have to give me a reason not to. That's like how I am with trust. I'm gonna trust you off rip. You gotta give me a reason not to.
Yeah, I only say that because I'm not about to sit there and you leading me and then damn boom, then something happened. It's like, I should have just never even I need you to show me first that I could follow you. Like, cause I'm not about to sit here and follow you and then something happens. It's like,
but then if that is the case, and then you realize, dang, he ain't. I can't.
I'm not submitting off the back because what is there to look forward to once we get to the lockdown of us? You know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm giving you wife when we just dating, like, what is there to expect when I am the wife? You know what I'm saying? Like. Yeah. I'm with Amron. You have to kind of you got to show those barriers. Just like, you know, when you say you about to move in with somebody or you about to have a kid with one another. It's just you get to these different levels, and I think submission, I guess in the aspect of what she's saying, because how I took it, what she was talking about as far as decisions, as far as the house, as far as like where they're gonna live and how they may raise their kids and shit like that. That's how I took it. I don't know if that's exactly what she was talking about. How did y'all take it?
I mean, that's how I took it, because she said when she come home.
Yeah,
like,
so I thought it was all things dealing with the house. She basically said, like, I got my money together and he got his money, but as far as what we do is how our household runs, I want him to really lead that. And you can't get that from me off rip if I can't even trust how, if your shit ain't even tight with just you, how you gonna take both of us?
right.
Well, there was a couple things with, it's unfortunate, it was both of the black cast of Housewives. The small thing that's not really much to talk about is allegedly Portia and Tanya from Housewives of Atlanta was at Cynthia Bailey's bachelorette party and had a threesome with a stripper. And there's a lot of scuttlebutt between the cast, like, oh, it wasn't me, this, that, and the third, blah, blah, blah. Portia's fiance went online, said he's single. She's making comments about, like, I've been single, blah, blah, blah. So that was just a quick synopsis of that to go over to Potomac. So Potomac, the last 2 episodes in particular, if you're interested in watching Real Housewives of Potomac, I do suggest. They funny as fuck. Shout out to Karen Huger. So, second to last episode, there's a woman by the name of Candace, and then there's Monique, and they've been having a little tiff. There was a fight that happened between them. Within the fight, before the fight, Candace had kind of been egging Monique on, like, oh bitch, I'll slap you, while she was pregnant like a year ago, and just continuing the narrative that Monique was having a alleged affair on her husband, hanging out with someone that, what's the word I'm looking for? I guess, took that rumor and brought it to her or whatever, just little different things that Monique felt like she's kind of antagonizing me. And then they get into a room and then she's like talking with her hands like this and like, oh, but you mad, kind of like that, like being condescending to her when they're trying to have this conversation. Then Candace goes and touches Monique's like collar.
And Monique got her head.
Yeah, well, Monique was flipping her hair and she was all in her face and she flipping her hair, but then Candace went and touched her and then Monique smacked that head or whatever. So fast forward to the next week, there was a discussion with all the other ladies. So Robin, Wendy, and all them other hoes. Well, y'all ain't hoes, but I don't know all your names right now. And they were basically coming at Monique like, you're a disgrace to black women. You make us all look bad. You are no representation for our daughters or your daughter. And it traveled onto black Twitter. Y'all know I live in the black Twitter streets. About how they were trying to say, well, this is a bad representation of all black women and we don't portray ourselves to be that way. And it turned into a discussion of, why is it that when black women, we get on TV or we get in any positions of power, then we have to look down on other black women, or it has to be a representation of them. And it kind of goes in consensus of kind of what Suki was saying last week, like, why y'all worried about me? Why is it that y'all just can't do that? Like, why can't y'all just be the girls that don't ask for nothing? Like, why is it that it has to be a representation of y'all? We're different. There's different groups of black women. Like, we give that leniency to white women. You got the Karens, you got the Beckys, you got the housewives. Why is it with black women it has to be you represent everybody, or you're ghetto because you react in a way that I wouldn't react? Because they were like, well, it's ghetto, you should have never put your hands on her, that's a disgrace, I wouldn't have done it. Just because you wouldn't have slapped the shit out of somebody don't mean that somebody else wouldn't have slapped the shit out of them.
Right. I think it's just unfortunate because we are black women, like, they always want to lump us in, and it's like, it's not a lump. Everybody had different personalities. It's just like if you're looking at white people, everybody had different personalities. Like, it's unfortunate that if we are like on TV or something like that, that we have to portray something that we're not, just so y'all don't think all black people are like this.
That is crazy.
Like, and that's really how it is, and I feel like it should, and that's why I love Cardi, because Cardi is Cardi. She's who she is no matter what, and that's why I love her. She didn't get rich and be like, oh yeah, I'm about to change my total image, like I'm bad girl going good. Like, Cardi is Cardi no matter what. Had her kid, Cardi still Cardi, and that's what I love. But it just really annoys me, because that's like us doing a podcast. I'm not gonna change who I am on this podcast. Like, everybody know I'm like a sailor. Like, it's
Okay.
it's like, it is what it is.
We use
but that's
curse
who I
words.
am. Like, I like to be who I am, because it's hard for me not to do that. Like, it's harder for me to try to portray myself as something else.
It's difficult to try to like conform. I guess I felt Monique, in conjunction to what you're saying, and kind of go. She was like, well, even though I did like put my hands on her, I would have never had to get to the point where I had to put my hands on her if she would have never egged me on. And I think it's something to say.
There and throw the stick. Don't fucking do that.
Yes. Well, and then you got to be mindful, because the cast member Ashley, she had mentioned like Candace has gotten to instances with everybody in this room. She said nasty shit. She put a knife in my face last year like she was going to cut me. If y'all
right, like, it's like, don't do your shit on TV, and then when I do something, you say I portray all black women. Nah, because you did too when you was doing all that shit.
Yeah, and then, but just because you didn't get physical violence doesn't mean that you didn't display acts of violence.
Right, because you was aggressive. You so aggressive.
And like Ashley said, sometimes you poke the wrong bear. Everybody ain't with the bullshit.
You have been an aggressor at some point. So if you want to say that you portraying black people, you're portraying all black people, you are doing the same thing as well. So you might want to switch up with the shit that you fucking doing.
And Giselle Bryan, I got a word for you, sis, in a smooth read. Fuck out of here. Let me tell you something. Your motherfucking ex-husband, the new about to be husband again / baby daddy, is a father of 8, okay? And the 3 that he got with you is just the 3 he got with you. And allegedly all the rest of them is all different baby mamas. So I don't want to hear you're trying to uphold this pastor-like image. Oh, you have an image to protect. Your fucking the pastor in which you speaking of is a man whore. Fuck out of here. That image is tarnished, miss. It's over with. So whether you got into physical altercation or not, you're attached to a nigga that slings his dick all across America. So that's what's being said about you. That you are weak in the sense of you would talk down on a black woman because she reacted in a moment of anger and really passion to say, oh, we're protecting the image of a nigga that slings his dick around and was slinging it around on you. So cut the high horse, ma'am, okay? Because you're living on one and it's a facade. And that's that shit that Suki was talking about, like it's a goddamn manipulation tactic to make you feel like you better than the next bitch, and you ain't. You're no better. You're not a better person. You might have different situations, you might react different, but you're not no better than the next bitch. Just because you didn't put your hands on somebody, you probably said some shit that was way below the belt. People act like words is just supposed to roll off your back. Sometimes you can say some shit to trigger somebody that either will get you cussed out to a different degree, or with the right person get your ass slapped. And both, to me, are valid. You have to learn as a person when to go and when to not go. Yeah. And I think that's where Monique was with it. Like, Candace tried this shit with everybody. This was her first and last time fucking trying it with me.
Yeah. I think I can see what they're saying, like about wanting to uphold a certain image. I don't agree with it, but I think it's just because of that stereotype of black women being ghetto and loud. And
why isn't that black women aren't allotted to be able to grow?
You know what? Actually, we just want to let y'all know this is our topic for the day, because we never told them it was a topic. You just keep on talking about housewives. You can tell who watch reality TV.
Right?
I know.
I watch. I see the clip of that fight fight though, but I didn't watch. That's why I'm just sitting here like, because I didn't watch that.
You know, you can tell she going off about other characters. I'm like, I don't know who the fuck that is. Like,
they got the game fucked up.
I think they're wanting to just uphold their image so that then, because of that stereotype.
Why can't we show different types of black women?
But
why can't we just all be different?
But how? That show is filled of fucking drama. That's what I'm saying. Because she put her hands on her.
It's just bougie.
Right, but just because she put her hands on her means absolutely nothing for real when y'all all throwing shit too. Like y'all all acting the ass, acting all, not acting y'all's goddamn fucking age.
Okay, because all of y'all.
Why I can't watch it.
She like this ain't Love and Hip Hop.
Like,
well, whether it was Love and Hip Hop or not, basically what she's saying is we're in Potomac, which is supposed to be an elitist type neighborhood. And
shoot, I know what she's saying, and I didn't watch the show.
But even with that, why can't it be different? Everybody don't have to come from money in order to get money and be around money. That's number one. That's a first and foremost. And
well, people that have money, they still fucking fight too. White people that have money fight too.
And they do fuck shit.
Yeah, so it's just like, I just don't like the fact that she just tried to point her out and just say,
well, that's because
you got to uphold the image. Like, no.
Because she was the main one.
If that's what you want to throw out there, y'all all should uphold it. If that's what you want to bring out your fucking mouth, then it's all, just not
down
one
to
person.
your little shady comments.
I don't understand this. Yeah, so I'm supposed to sit there and let you do all of this in my face and tap me and not react?
Okay. Because the one point that Karen made is all of me and all these ladies that got up in here with it, and I ain't never put my hands on them. But what is to be said on that is everybody is going to react differently.
Yeah,
right. And it is something to say, because I'm a firm believer in this is why a lot of laws should change. You should not be able to go around and antagonize people and expect them not to react. It is natural human reaction to fight or flight. You're either going to go or you're going to run. And some people going to go, and they going to go with words. So you shouldn't be able to get in people's faces and say nasty shit. Oh, bitch, that's why you had a miscarriage, and that's why your husband overly. Bitch, wait, hold up. That could be something triggering. Like,
you see black after that.
Right.
Well, people black out. People black out. They get so angry that they will black out. And like, it's just a simple fact that they're held for things accountable after that. But it's just like, why would you provoke her?
So on this show, did anybody say anything to the girl that was antagonizing?
Well,
or they just all mad at Monique?
This made me a fan of Ashley. Ashley was like, she said kind of like, you poke the wrong bear sometimes. And she's gotten to situations with all the other women, but she was like, as Monique's friend, and she's saying that she's gotten so mad to the point where she blacked out. If this is the only thing in which she is done, we have to allot her that mistake. We have to, and I get that's a topic for a different day, so mark that, y'all. Do we really allow people to change? Like, do we really allow people to change?
I'm not gonna stop talking to somebody because they beat somebody else that deserved it.
Well, that's what she's basically saying. She's like, well, this is one situation that she's been in that I felt like she was overboard. This isn't a reoccurring thing.
So they feel like
sometimes
yes.
What?
It's like the cast is now split, so it's going to be interesting to watch. You got Karen and Ashley that's like, Monique is our friend. Yeah, she fucked up. Because the one of the girls is on there really like, well, she should have remorse. And Monique was like, well, I don't have no remorse. I don't feel bad for beating her ass. She feels bad now, but this conversation was took place 5 days after.
Changed my opinion.
Me.
Yeah, I would have never felt bad.
I did it for a reason.
Don't poke
I'm
the bear.
I'm gonna say I did it.
Yeah, don't
throw stones and hide your hand.
Boom. Okay. So it's really split, so it's gonna be interesting to see. I think, especially like, do we really allow people to change? Like, yeah, she might have hauled off. It might not be a good look, but if she was to never do that again, is she really a bad image for black women? Or like what Amber said, or is all the shit that y'all have done?
It's the show as a collective is what's being
because
seen.
now
it's not just one part. It's everybody. So don't
You're
try to
basically
say that.
saying like, oh, it's okay to be nasty and say things below the belt and all of that, but as soon as you put your hands on somebody, then you are disgraced.
Yeah, I don't think that's okay.
That's
antagonizing
cool.
is not okay.
That is not okay.
Don't draw the limit at that.
Yeah. So that's really all there is to say about Housewives of Potomac. You know, you guys should tune in. And once again, shout out to Karen. That's my girl. But I guess we're gonna. I know.
Okay, shoot. Shout out to Monique for not taking that girl's shit.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like,
For wailing on her.
Well, I thought you meant like take her shit. Like
No, for not taking it. For not taking her shit.
Like, I just feel like people need to stand up for themselves.
Yeah.
Like, that's it. Like, I'm not saying
And
that
I think
have to
now
result in
with
being
that
physical,
situation,
Yeah, she's not wrong.
And then you know, like later on in the season, Candace gets into another altercation with someone, and her husband ends up getting into a physical fight with Ashley's husband. Like, so she's always into a fight every season, like some type of throwing drinks, some type of something. I think it's something to be said for her as well.
Yeah.
Like, you like to go start shit.
Right.
And expect not to get. This goes back to what I said. What was the first episode? Don't hit nobody and expect not to get your ass hit back. Man, woman, nothing.
You throw a lick, you can take a lick.
Okay.
So be prepared.
So that's the end of that, and we'll just go ahead and switch it right over to our Ask a Friend friend letters.
All right, so if you want to tune into a topic or you need some type of advice, whether it's good advice, bad advice, and shit advice to make you feel better about the things that you do, you can email us at fulldisclosurepod@gmail.com, or you can call us and leave a voicemail at 614-349-1881. Again, that's 614-349-1881. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get into our first voicemail.
Yo, it's A Money from the East Side, Columbus. And I need some love advice. Now, it seems like the more I focus on my goals, I lose all my hoes. And I'm not understanding. So I need to know, how can I stay focused on my goals without losing my hoes, without losing my soul, and losing my money? Thank you.
That is a good question. Don't everybody want to know how they can keep their hoes and keep their money too? So, I'm just kidding.
A Money. First of all, I'm rolling, okay? I'll let you guys start out.
Balance. Don't spend too much money on one hoe. It's all about you. Like, you have to definitely balance and manage yourself. Like, you have to know when you want to do something. Shit, plan it out. Shit, I plan out fucking my whole week for dinner. Like, I go to the grocery store once a week. Like, you have to plan.
Shoot, that's really it. Find the balance.
Yeah, you gotta find your balance. It's all up to you.
Right.
Like, if they ask you about going on a date,
I was gonna say, what's making you lose your hoes? What are you doing?
Right. Like,
nothing.
You gotta spend, like, it's a certain amount of time you can spend with them to keep them. Like, it's not like you have to spend every day with them. Like, just make sure you explain to them, like, what you got going on.
Right.
Or make up what you got going on.
Yeah.
Shit, hell, I gotta work fucking Monday through Friday from 10 to 10.
Right.
Like, cover your bases.
Give them enough attention to keep them, because once the attention is gone, they gone.
This breaks into the ain't shit advice, because I feel like this
I was about to say, I'm gonna give a little bit more of some shit advice. Let's start with referring to them as just hoes. Just lets me know off rip that you could care less. So you have to really ask yourself, what is it that you're really looking for? Because are you losing?
He said relationship advice and said hoes.
Yeah. So that's what I'm.
My hoes. These hoes.
So are you looking for a relationship, or are you looking for just casual dating? Because that's probably where the disconnect is. You're probably only losing them because you're telling them that you want to be with them, but you're not moving in a way that would say that you want to actually be with them. Does that make sense?
Girl, that's what we said.
No, that's not what you said. You said you gotta have balance. I ain't saying nothing about balance. It seems like he has the rotation together. He's not for sure what it is that he really wants.
No, it seems like he don't have that rotation together.
Yeah.
Because he said he's losing his money and his hoes.
He's trying to keep his goals and his hoes. He can't keep both. He's losing when he focuses more on his goals. He loses his hoes.
Right, but then he said relationship advice. So once again, do you want a relationship or do you just want to casually date?
I think he was just trying to categorize it.
Yeah.
Because
nah, that ain't what it sounded like.
he said hoes with an S. There ain't no relationship. So.
Right. So just keep a rotation. If it's about the rotation, just keep the rotation.
Yeah, just plan. Figure out what days you can hang. Like, and if it's multiple chicks, I mean,
You might have to lower your fucking roster.
right? Okay, you may have to just stick to 2.
You might have to cut.
You might find 2. Find one you like in one, and what she like, find what the other like. Like, shit, I don't know what to tell you.
or just focus on your goals, and then once you're done with that, get a whole new roster. Cause you don't seem like you care about these girls anyways.
Yeah, get the focus on the shmoney, okay? Because with the shmoney come the hoes. You may need to get rid of them anyway.
Aha.
They probably fell off because they were supposed to.
Right. Exactly.
So next letter.
Hey, beautiful ladies. I'm feeling the podcast. I didn't want advice. I was just wondering, what do y'all look for in a guy? And I'm going to call him Ray Ray. And Ray Ray, we're going to tell you what we want in a guy.
Who's gonna start?
I'll start. I like a man who is respectful. I love someone who's open. Like, I don't like shyness because I'm not shy. I don't like introverts because I'm not an introvert. So as long as you're open and you're respectful, and that will pretty much attract me to you. Treat me the way that you want to be treated, pretty much.
Definitely. I would say for me, it has to be somebody that's like a family guy, because I'm really into my family, like, and friends. We hang out, we do things together, so, and that brings along the lines of you can't be all weird and don't want to talk to people.
Right.
Like,
yeah, you can't be shy.
right, you can't be shy because my family, the people around me gonna keep on talking to you.
Yeah.
Like, and they go like, what's up with dude? Like,
You have to be open to new experiences, open to meeting new people. I can't bring you to my parents' house and you in the corner. Like, they're gonna be like, Alex.
But yeah, like, you gotta do that.
And you have to be understanding.
Definitely
I love
understanding. Yes, you have to understand. Like, yes, we are not gonna agree all the time, but we definitely have to, like, get on the same page, or at least listen to where I'm
Agree
coming
to
from.
disagree.
Right.
That's
Right.
what
Have
I'll
to
do.
come to a common
I
ground.
need a guy that can agree to disagree.
Right. What I'm explaining right now is my man because love him to death.
I guess for me, I don't mind a quiet guy, cause I'm very.
You're not loud and out there though, so I could see that. Like, I'm not quiet, so I'm not
quiet either.
Quiet.
I'm more reserved, but I wouldn't consider myself an introvert. Like, I understand introverts. I'm more reserved because I'm an only child, so it's easy for me to just like not talk to people,
Yeah.
not say nothing. It's not that I don't
Quiet.
Yeah, I don't. Sometimes I just be having nothing to say. Like, but I really like a smart guy. Like, all of my niggas be smart, like in some way, shape, or form. Whether
I like a guy that can look up shit himself. Like, I love that. Like, cause I'm not
most of these
secretary.
niggas is fucking handicapped, and you do be
Right, man.
Like, I don't want to be.
I can't tell you how many times. Babe, can you go look at? Yo,
I cannot tell you
a doctor's appointment.
Listen, I can't tell you how many times. Hey, Alex, I'm in Kroger. Where the butter at? And you don't. There's no workers in there.
Let me put my Kroger badge on so I can tell you which aisle it's in.
Like, which Kroger are you even at? Like, cause all of them.
Download the fucking app. It tells you which aisle everything is in.
Does it?
Yes, it does. And it goes into store mode. Yes, it goes into store mode when you're inside that store.
And we're always known to
I
okay, so something about, I need a really, not saying that I'm not smart, but I like smart guys. Like, I especially need a nigga that can maneuver his way around technology. Because, baby, it's like a deer in headlights to me. I'm like, what? Like, how you get the screen to move? Okay. And then I also, so I don't mind introverted. I like guys that are charismatic. You have to be able to hold a conversation and carry a conversation. Ain't nothing worse than talking to a nigga that ain't got really shit to talk about. That is very much a turn off.
Oh, that what you doing 20 times a day?
Oh my god.
And never elaborate. You give a nigga a good question. So, what is on your agenda for today? Bitch, that means write me out a list of what you doing, or so I can get some conversation going.
You get a shit.
Oh, I ain't doing much of nothing.
You don't even get that. You get nothing.
Okay.
So what the fuck? See, I'm gonna stop texting you back, type bitch. Like, I'm gonna stop. Well, you said something. Open to trying new things.
Yeah.
That is very big for me because I'm not super adventurous, but I'm adventurous. Like, I'm a bitch. Like, we can go to the amusement park. Like, I don't swim, but a bitch done been whitewater rafting, jet skiing. Like, you gotta be down for some shit to fuck around with me, because I'm gonna suggest some shit. You like, but let's just do it, just to say we did it. It's just something about saying, like, I did that, I ain't like it, I ain't fucking with it again. Like, you know what I'm saying? You have to be open, willing. You need to know how to dress. Lord.
Swag. You gotta have swag.
It's past the swag, because you need to know how to dress.
But the swag, that is the swag though. How you dress, how you carry yourself. That's what swag is to me.
You can have swag and be dressed terrible.
I don't think so.
I think so.
If you don't have no swag, you can't dress.
I know you're talking about. I guess because y'all may have two different definitions.
Because you talking about more persona.
You're right. You talking about like everything in the whole.
No, I'm not. I'm swag. I'm talking about the way you dress and
how you present
yourself. Your persona.
No, she's just talking about strictly clothes.
Just clothes.
Oh, you're talking. Oh,
just clothes.
That's all I mean.
I mean, but clothes. When I think of swag, clothes. I mean, all that shit, but clothes too.
Also, very important to me is well, it kind of goes with charismatic. You need to be able to maneuver in a couple of different rooms. Like, I need you to have like a couple of different, I guess, personas. Like, when we go to the gala, I need you to have your gala hat on. Like, don't be talking about Ray Ray and them and how they was when
we go to the hood, put your Scully on.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, you need to be, I need a nigga that could flip switch. Like, when it's time to get busy, like, nigga, we get busy. Like, you know, like, I know that my nigga is going, like, oh, and then also, I need a nigga that's going to speak up.
I need a nigga that's going to protect me.
I
need a nigga that's going to protect me. If some shit happen and I tell you, the first thing out your mouth should not be, well, what did you do? No, you do something, ask questions later.
Yes. And that goes with being like secure. I need a nigga that's secure within himself. Like, if somebody comes to you and be like, oh, I heard that Shakira did this, that, and the third, be like, all right.
I thought you should know me enough to know,
boom,
if I did it.
Yeah.
Don't carry on a conversation with that person. Number one, why are they coming to talk to you about me? Number two, why are you talking to them about me? Number three, why are you even asking me about what the fuck somebody else said about me?
Yeah.
Like, you need to be secure in your shit. Cause that is gonna be like, that is something, like, especially in my last situation, we ain't never got over that, because you, like, there's nothing else for us to, like, we can't maneuver. You show me that, like, you'll sit up and talk with niggas about me. You insecure. You having tea parties with your homeboys and shit. Like, don't be having no tea parties about me.
I like a confident man. Like, I need my nigga to be confident and know enough to know, like, nah, that's my girl, and she wouldn't do that. She ain't going nowhere.
Not even that. Like, just be confident in the sense of, like, if I'm out, you should know that I represent you.
Yeah.
We are one. You have to be trusted. God damn. I mean, these are like basic things I think we all said.
Right, yeah. We said this like last week. Last episode, I think.
Oh, why are you looking at me? I don't remember what happened last episode.
Yeah, I ever had a terrible memory. But y'all can run that back. And I guess, I'm the only one that's technically single. I ain't really looking though. I need also a nigga that's gonna help contribute to me growing as well, because I'm very much like I got like if you say like, oh baby, I want to open this type of business. Oh, okay. So this is like we gon' because if we're going to be a unit, this is gonna be something that niggas you always end up being.
Yeah. So you want
Yeah. You need like if you're gonna say you want to execute something, and you're gonna bring me on, you need to like really be wanting to execute. Cause you're gonna piss me off.
Yeah, don't bullshit. Don't tell me you want to do something, but then it don't happen.
Yeah, say what the fuck you mean and mean what the fuck you say.
Yeah.
And also, like I have a business. Support a bitch business. Like
support a bitch.
Okay, did you see my man be posting that?
Yeah, okay.
Wearing a face mask, posting a face.
That's my dog. You know what I'm saying? It's just a little thing. It doesn't have to be. I ain't saying nigga you gotta go out and be my promo team or whatever, but be my fucking promo team.
Be my number one fan.
Be my number one fan, not my biggest hater.
Yeah.
Because guys can definitely be haters.
Oh, hey, I'm dealing with a hater.
Listen, I ain't gonna hold you. Eric guys, he be a hater sometimes. His ass be hating.
Like what? I look cute. What do you mean? Like
man,
I mean I look crazy. Like I'm cute.
And that pretty much wraps up. And anything else? Because if you're looking for the more freaky deaky, what we looking for in a guy, we don't even get there until after you get the surface part. So
okay, you got hit.
I found what I was looking for.
Right, okay.
I wasn't even looking. I
wanted Shakira to lay everything out for her because she's single. Because this person I'm gonna be with the rest of my life. So Shakira, do you got everything out? Because they could reference this motherfucking episode.
Okay, and bitch, what are you bringing to the table?
So when somebody write into Instagram and they say, what's up with Shakira?
Okay.
I'll be like, watch episode 3. And if you not qualified, if you don't have those things, don't hit her up.
Well, I have my own business. Multiple. I have 2.
Okay,
including the podcast, that would be 3. So
3 times.
I'm a full-time mom, so bitch ain't got time to really play. I need a nigga that's not playing. Like, bitch, if I put you down in my books, because dealing with somebody like me, it's a schedule thing.
Do you prefer a guy with kids or no kids?
I want him to have kids, but not too many.
Yeah.
He can't have more than shit. Nowadays, you really can't have more than 3, and if it's 3, it can't be more than 2 baby mamas.
But why do you prefer a guy with kids?
Because I need to see how you parent.
Yep.
That is a big thing for me. If I did my shot in the dark with we both first time, like next go around, like I want to see what a nigga is bringing. But if he didn't have any kids, I wouldn't be opposed to that, but I would be very reluctant on procreating with him.
Right.
I would really have to see how
my kid
that or he would have to come from probably like a bigger family. Like he would have to have some nieces or nephews or some shit.
Right.
Oh yeah, so you can see.
Yeah.
So if he don't got kids of his own, he needs to have like some nieces or some nephews or whatever. Cause my child is a lot. She is her own little
She has a strong personality.
diva.
She is a diva.
That kind of like
that baby was raised on Beyonce.
Okay.
And Rihanna.
She don't really care for Rihanna.
She don't, but she love her some Beyonce.
Girl, you can't tell her shit about Beyonce.
You play that Homecoming.
Oh my God. I guess he needs to have a job or a career or some type of prospering business. And I ain't saying you gotta have a gang of money, but you need to be on your way of doing something, putting your energy into trying to make an income, because coming into my life, you're basically like taking on a family. Like I have a child.
You know what? You know how, okay, so remember when B. Simone said the stuff about the 9 to 5, how she said she's an entrepreneur, so she would rather be with an entrepreneur than someone who has a 9 to 5. You're an entrepreneur, so how do you feel about that? Would you date someone with a 9 to 5?
Yeah, but like, see, when people hear that, they hear 9 to 5 and they think call center.
Right.
Yeah.
If you work at a call center, baby, I'm sorry. It's slow for you. But I mean, you could be in management, you can be a broker, you could be a lawyer. Those are all 9 to 5 jobs, like by technicality. You know what I'm saying? So you need to have some type of income, because like I said, coming dealing with me, I am a package deal. I am a twosome. Like, so this is a family situation type thing. I'm not saying that that's something that you're gonna be introduced to like right from the go, but it's something that you need to know. Like, if I really pursue this girl, like, I'm taking on not just her, I'm taking on a kid on top of whatever I might have going on, or whatever the case may be. So if that's not like, cause you know niggas, when they money ain't where they want it to be, they get in their feelings, they get insecure. That's when they be like, oh, I'm trying to fill this void. That's when most niggas like to cheat, or they just, it be weird. So come to me when your package deal, like when you feel like you at your best, because you know what it is that you walking into, and vice versa. Because if I don't like what I'm walking into, I'm not walking into it. And that kind of wraps it up, and everything else comes without saying. And fine.
And fine. Let's not forget fine.
Oh, and I like skinny niggas. Just a FYI. Like, y'all know.
Yeah.
I like,
She love her nice some little bones.
not really bones, like, I like just
Okay, he got a little meat on his bones.
yeah, he can be a little cut up, but he's probably still skinny. Like Nipsey, Wiz. I like 21 Savage. I love him.
Yeah.
That's my celebrity crush now, since my husband is gone. God rest his soul.
Alright. So we're just gonna go ahead and wrap this up. Well, that's it for this week. We are your favorite host. I am Amber. You can find me at The Real Amber Show on Instagram.
And I'm Alex. You can find me at Lexandria _ on Instagram. That is LEXXANDRIA _.
And I am Miami Key, Miami, like the city, MIAMI_KI. That is on all social platforms.
You can reach our podcast by calling us at 614-349-1881. You can also email us at Gmail at fulldisclosurepod@gmail.com. You can find us on Instagram at fulldisclosurepod. You can find us on YouTube at Full Disclosure Podcast. You can find us on Facebook at Full Disclosure Podcast. And you can find us on Twitter at FulldIzPod. That's FULLDIZPOD. All those disclosures are with a Z, not an S. So if it try to autocorrect you, back that on up and put a Z. And that's it for this week.
And that's our show. Peace.
See y'all next week.
It's been real.